My name is Lewis Rowe. I was here, I believe, a month ago or so, and I was talking about weapons of mass destruction that's affecting the public today. Havana Syndrome is sort of a microwave weapon that affected the government and the CIA, and they drafted legislation for this to get restitution and medical treatment for the CIA and the government workers, but they didn't extend the bill out to the rest of the people. Now, who's to say that this weapon can't affect the people of the population in the United States? So it does, and it happens every single day to victims. So that's what I'm here for, is represent these people, because I've been trying to get a hold of Eli Crane for a while, and I haven't been able to speak to him, or much less his staff. But it's very important that we understand what's going on around the world today, because this bill that states what it's called is helping American citizens afflicted by neurological attacks Act of 2021. So these are microwave weapon attacks, and we have no idea where they're coming from. We don't know who's using them. There's weapon companies that are in Tempe, Arizona, that's being called out for this kind of stuff, this behavior. Satellite weapons. If it can happen to the government, it can happen to the rest of the population. And this is horrible that people aren't being heard on these issues. This is horrible because, I mean, people are dying, literally dying over these facts. And if we don't do something about this, if we don't draft some sort of legislation for the public rather than just the government, which is also important, nobody's going to get any help. Nobody's going to get this thing exposed to the public. Nobody's going to know what to do. There's absolutely nothing going on for the public. However, the military is working on some sort of technology weapons that can trace these amounts of frequency that they're using on people. But I mean, what about the people, the population? We need some sort of oversight and control over this. They don't know if it's China. They don't know if it's the American government doing it. Who's doing this? Who is doing this? Nobody knows. But Peta, a friendly animal foundation, wrote a letter to the Department of Defense that was testing on animals. Had wrote a letter to them and told them to stop the animal testing with weapons of radio frequency. So that was part of the Havana Syndrome that they were trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. But the government has patents on all this stuff. The military has patents on it. The government has patents on it, and they're trying to figure out, with a $750,000 budget on a freaking, on a weapons test on animals, to find out what's going on. That's insane, because like I said, there's patents on all these things: electromagnetic frequency, artificial intelligence, microwave weapons. I mean, the public is infrastructured to believe that these things just can't happen. I don't understand that. I mean, does everybody have a blind eye towards victimization? In today's time, victimization is everything. If you don't believe in these times and era that we're living in right now, what are you going to believe tomorrow? I mean, I would like to come back and speak again, but what are we going to learn to help represent a better future for our population and our kids? I don't want to wake up in a time where children are being abducted by this sort of technology. I mean, because this stuff did affect kids. It affected families all around the world, and it consistently attacks people everywhere. That's what happens. And if you can't listen, if you can't hear my words, then this thing is growing larger and larger. And the more our representatives ignore these facts, the more it's going to happen. I'm sorry to say this, but this is probably going to end up being